A situation with trying to stage a draft with a teammate.
I don't think that'd be good either, Danny. I agree with you totally. You know, winning is so important here. You can understand why these guys have to play it close. You know, you sometimes have to take a gamble.
Not sometimes, all the time you gamble at Indy.
Whoa, and he's running up high there. Zampedri ran up high. And look at Davy.
That's Davi Jones. Says maybe that's the fuel story there as Jones comes to the front.
There seems to be no reason why Zampedri moved out. First, I thought maybe he ran out of fuel, sucked a little bit of air there. But they won't regain the fuel pressure that quick. So he's
got a handling problem, Bobby. He's running up high in the groove, and Buddy Lazier is right behind him.
So Jones takes the lead. Buddy Lazier now closes on Zampedri, and no real indication, though Danny suggests it's handling. And look at Lazier. Boy, there's an interesting move. He comes to the outside.
What a pass. What a pass on the outside.
10 laps to go at Indianapolis. Leader change.
Zampedri was trying to hold him off and wanted to block him, but there was no holding off Buddy. He's running awful fast.
But Zampedri really drove good and let Buddy earn that pass and did it with all fairness.
Yeah, but Jones is not out of the woods. You saw him as he just passed out of view. There he is up in the corner of the screen. And I'll tell you what, I think Lazier is able to reel him in.
And I don't think Lazier, for example, has any problem with the fuel. He's just had tough times with the traffic he's had to pass.
Well, he's been back there, Bobby, but as I've been saying, he's been running faster laps by about 3-4 miles an hour than the leader.
Well, what about the fuel in Lazier's car, Jerry Punt?
Ron Hemmelgarn just told his driver, said, Buddy, we have absolutely no worries. We have plenty of fuel. Use your right foot and go after him.
Whoa, that is a very confident statement to tell a race car driver, and especially when Rick's probably telling Davy he's got to be conservative.
Well, but Lazier did stop 7 laps later than Davi Jones, so I assume he can go after him, Jackaroot.
Danny Sullivan, you're leading the Indy 500, and you get this report from your car and go to full lean. What does it mean?
That means you're going to not make it to the end. He wants you to conserve some fuel, and you got to lean it down. That's not the signal you wanted to get when you got Buddy Lazier all over you, right behind you.
And that's what Rick Dallas just radioed.
Here comes Lazier. Lazier charging on Jones. He moves to the inside of him, and Buddy Lazier picks up the lead of the 500 with 8 laps to go.
You can see how important it is. There is nothing like the excitement you get at the end of the Indy race.
There's Buddy Lazier's girlfriend as Buddy Lazier picks up the lead of the race. Unbelievable. They tell Jones to lean it back or he's not going to make the finish. Can you imagine what it had to feel like? I can't reach down and flick that switch to lean.
That means he's got to do that, Paul, plus he's got to run the high gear ratio, the overdrive.
Davi Jones' wife.
Look at the tension. We always have excitement like that at the end.
Buddy Lazier, 7 laps to go. And you know what?
And I'll tell you what, Buddy
Another engine just flew over here in turn 2. One of the Buicks just ventilated right here going by me.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you what, Buddy Lazier just turned a lap of 2:32.9. He's obviously using that right foot.
And the general approach of the USAC officials, Keith Ward, the chief steward in the gang, would be to decide whether or not that car is in jeopardy. And after the 10 laps from the finish threshold is passed, they tend not to go yellow because they want to keep the race moving all the way to the finish.
There's no liquids on the track over here. There's some way down low, Paul, but nothing that would bother any of the other cars.
Well, we're still green. Lazier coming up on traffic now. Jourdain just ahead of him.
You think he's feeling that back pain right now?
He's not going to feel any back pain.
I don't think so.
That kid's got to be in his glory right now.
5 laps to go at Indianapolis. Don't forget, the LPGA skins coming up right after, and we're yellow. It's Scott Sharp. Scott Sharp catches the wall at Indy. Fire on the back of the car. That's just an oil fire on the turbocharger, but the yellow comes out. And what are the chances that we'll get green? I think they're good.
Well, it doesn't look like there was a lot of debris there. He looked like he was more parked over there, so I think you're probably right. We'll get a green. Buddy Lazier's right behind it. But even if those other guys stop for fuel, they're going to be too far behind.
And guys, remember, we have 2 incidences on the racetrack. It may take a little bit longer because they're going to try to get the Menard engine on the back straightaway away at the same time.
Well, I'm assuming as we take a look at the replay going into 1, this is Scott Sharp.
Boy, it just looks like he lost it there.
So maybe, Bobby, right there in front of you, is it maybe slick from the engine earlier?
I don't see any signs of it whatsoever, Paul. I see no problems down here, and none of the other cars have been moving around in my section.
Buddy Lazier, hand up in the air, exercising his fingers. He's been gripping that wheel solidly.
That might have a little bit to do with nerves right now. He's not very far away from winning the 500.
If Lazier can win this race, this will be the 2nd year in a row the winner has come from the 5th starting position. The difference this year, of course, Buddy Lazier in the practice for the race at Phoenix slammed the wall hard, broke his back, fractured vertebrae, but he's worked hard to come back in just a short time, barely 2 months. And now with 4 laps to go, with the help of a special seat that absorbs the shocks in the car, he may be on his way to winning the Indianapolis 500. Davy Jones is separated by 1 car, and that's the 22 car of Michel Jourdain. But now does the order become to Jones go to full Rich and just go for it?
Well, it depends on how close they were, and then Rick Scott Gallus has to gamble. Are we going to lose second place, or do we have enough to chase him down for the lead? Does this yellow help us enough? It looks like we're probably good at green with maybe 2 laps to go.
And it still takes time to get these cars off the road, as you can well see there.
Bobby, what do you think they'll do? Will they try to bring it around or just tuck it in between the wall there?
They're going to try to tuck it in, Paul. They've got to do that. There they go with it right now. They realize that they need a green finish.
We could get the green flag shortly.
If
1 or 2 laps to the finish.
You know, Paul, my sense is telling me if there's any way that they can do it, they'll always try to finish this race under the green. Buddy Lazier is exercising. He's trying to get blood circulation doing. He's been doing this all day, and especially down in our end down here.
And, Bobby, I think it probably has a little bit to do with nerves, too. I mean, don't forget, he's got a yellow. He's going to go green with 2 laps. He's running fast. And he's that close to not only winning his first IndyCar race, but an Indianapolis 500.
Gary Gerald, what can they do with Davy Jones?
Well, that's what we're about to find out. Rick Gallus, it looks like you may get 1 green lap. Is there anything you can do with Davy Jones to still win this thing?
Well, I'm just good time to go for it. If he runs out of gas, Jerry, then, Gary, I mean, we just did the best we could. We didn't come here to finish anything but first, and he's done a great job today, and we gambled, and we may win, we may lose. Let's find out.
Right, the nerves on the ragged edge, Jerry.
19 years, Ron Himmelgarn, you've been coming here. You're 3 laps away. What does this mean to you?
It's just a thrill. You know, after all these years and all the support I've had from my sponsors, especially Delta Faucet, the crew's been with me a long time. You know, we deserve this win, and Buddy's doing a heck of a job, and I just hope we can bring it home. We got a couple laps. We're going to go green next time by. I'm going to have to get going here, but thanks, world. This shows where the stars are and where the cars are right here in Indianapolis, where they belong, and they will stay here year after year. And thanks, everybody, for attending.
Ron Himmelgarn, guys.
All right. So Davy Jones going to have to try and make it. Davy Jones has lagged back a little bit. We expect the green flag next time by. Is Davy looking for a run on the leader?
I think he's got to be. He's got to be.
So when he comes around, it's only going to be when he comes around, Troops, it's only going to be 1 lap to go. So it's really, really, really going to be. You can't miss a shift. You can't jump the pace car like Scott Goodyear did last year. There's really a lot of thinking got to go in with Buddy right now.
And so much that can go wrong. Dwayne Sweeney, 17th year as the starter here at Indianapolis. This will be his last checkered flag. Pace car moves away. 1 car separating Lazier from Davy Jones, 2nd place. Richie Hearn is in 3rd, but he's back in that order. So now the pace begins to pick up. Jones will be looking for an ability to move on it. And Denny's saying, come on, go now, go now, go now.